Hi there, I'm Alison Salka and I'm here with Jim Kerley, and welcome to the holiday edition of LIMRA Unplugged. The holidays are a great time to connect with family and friends, but it can also be a stressful time. On average, did you know that Americans spend almost $700 on gifts during the holiday season, adding up to a total of $465 billion?
$465 billion. That is a big number, and I'm sure it's causing a lot of stress.
Buys a lot of presents.
Buys a lot of presents. You know, while we can't alleviate all the stress associated with the holidays and the $465 billion, we thought we'd address ways advisors and companies can help consumers lower their financial stress.
Did you know that household finances are a source of stress for many Americans? Our research finds that 42% of Americans say it causes significant stress, and 1 in 5 say it's a source of daily stress.
Can you imagine living every day under financial stress?
It's a tough thought. I mean, it affects every aspect of your life, and it certainly has an effect on things, how you are in the workplace.
I can imagine it affects people's relationships at home, their health, and as you point out, at the workplace.
And at a time when we're supposed to be focused on happiness and each other, it's something that stands in the way of that and really affects your quality of life as well.
So we thought we'd take a look at 3 ways we think we can help.
And the first, of course, is one of the most important, and it's looking at how we can educate people, because education is a really good place to start. And the good news is that most consumers are interested in at least one area of financial education. So educational programs that focus on things like medical and healthcare and how to manage them and their costs have the broadest appeal. But did you know that at the same time, half of people are also interested in learning about retirement planning, as well as some of the most fundamental things like budgeting?
We think that one of the best places where people can be educated is at the worksite. And that's why financial companies and brokers are working with employers to develop educational programs. LIMRA finds that employees like to access information in a variety of ways. About half prefer online courses or resources, while about a third say they'd like to work one-on-one with a financial planner or advisor, or at least through some kind of in-person workshop or seminar.
Or some mixture of both, frankly.
I would think that would be good.
I've been known to occasionally crack a book.
Really?
Yes.
An old-fashioned book?
They still exist. That's right. And we also found that almost half of consumers do not consider themselves knowledgeable about financial products or investments. And helping them become more confident can affect them in terms of giving them greater peace of mind, giving them confidence, and helping them relieve this stress. Online courses and tools can be very helpful, and our research also shows that working with an advisor results in more confidence and better outcomes.
Well, working with an advisor is a great way to get grounded in understanding the financial planning process. And you know, we're seeing more and more insurers build out websites with calculators and tools. They're building out mobile applications because everybody's on their smartphone. And these tools and applications are helping people understand how to save for college or retirement, or perhaps to determine how much life insurance they need, or learn about basic investment terms.
So there are more and more tools available and more ways to use them, which is a good thing, because LIMRA research found that 68% of workers have used a retirement tool in the past year. And it's not just limited to millennials, who interestingly are some of the biggest users of retirement tools, but it's for all different levels of workers.
I'm really glad to hear that about millennials, because I think that generation is looking for education. They're more conservative in their approach than many expected they would be. So having the right kinds of tools is perfect for that generation.
Absolutely, and having those tools do important things for them, like our second issue, which is helping them create a budget and develop financial goals. So last year, we know that Americans on average took on more than $1,000 in debt near the holidays, and a lot of that was unplanned. Imagine the implications on a family's overall financial picture. We found that 42%, in fact, have no rainy day savings.
Really? That's an amazing statistic. When you think 4 out of 10 people are really troubled if something should happen to them.
And think about during the winter months. You have a lot of unexpected expenses crop up, which can add to the stress.
That's true. So that leads to another way that I think our industry can help Americans identify both their financial goals and create a budget. You know, our research shows that half of Americans want help creating a budget, but only a third of consumers have a detailed long-term financial plan that outlines their savings and investment goals. And LIMRA research shows that only 1 in 3 have a monthly household budget.
That is an interesting stat.
That's the basic foundation of running a solid, not only business, but a household.
Right.
You know, when you consider that 2/3 of Americans say they don't buy life insurance because it's too expensive, they can't afford it, you know, maybe if we help them create a budget, they'll actually find ways to buy the life insurance protection that they need for their families. We can teach consumers to understand the long-term impact of impulse buying during this holiday season, and that will help them understand the impact that it has on their financial goals. Our research reports 5 ways that consumers want help. First, save more money. Maybe pay down debt. Pay for basic expenses like food, housing, utility costs, or create or update a long-term financial plan, or even manage investments better.
If consumers effectively manage their finances and save, they're more likely to meet another financial goal, the ability to retire. We find that 70% of pre-retirees don't think they're well prepared for retirement, and more broadly, 40% of Americans aren't saving for retirement at all.
40% are not planning for retirement?
Yeah, that's a scary number. But there are several ways the industry can help. At the workplace, providing educational resources and tools, and that can help employees save for retirement. And we know that 7 in 10 employees who take advantage of educational offerings related to retirement planning were satisfied or extremely satisfied with that program.
We know that those who plan and budget for retirement are more confident. Advisors can help consumers develop long-term detailed plans. And 2/3 of Americans say that they don't have a long-term financial plan outlining savings and investment goals. When thinking about pre-retirees, twice as many who work with advisors feel more prepared for retirement than those who don't work with an advisor.
And that finding holds across all income levels, really proving the value of an advisor. And our research shows that having a formal retirement plan significantly improves both confidence and outcomes, which could also lead to greater peace of mind for those who have them.
And isn't that part of our industry's goal to provide peace of mind and protection for the families of America?
Absolutely. And on that happy note, during this holiday season, we at LIMRA would like to wish you and your families a happy, healthy, prosperous, and stress-free 2018.